Hey guys, Canman here, and in this video I'm going to be looking at every type of Lego dog ever made, starting with the oldest and making my way up to the most recent. So here is the original dog mold, which was introduced in 2004 and last used in 2010. In some sets it was also used to represent a wolf. Since this is the original dog mold, you can see it's very blocky, not many curves to it, there's a single stud on top there. It's very simple, and there were a couple variants or different colors of this version. Now here's the next version of the dog, which is a German Shepherd. And as you can see, it's a pretty big improvement. This one was introduced in 2011 and is still used now. The main difference here is just the shaping. As you can see, the curves on this one are just so much better. It's so less blocky than the previous one, especially the tail there. That looks a lot better. There still is the same stud on top, and they still do look quite similar. But the new one also has printing on its face, whereas the old one was just molded. So this one, as you can see, has printed eyes, and here this one just has indents for eyes. Next up is the Husky, introduced around 2013 or 2014. The interesting thing about this one is the colors on it actually vary. The pattern of the gray on it actually changes. The gray coloring on it can vary from set to set, so all versions of it end up looking kind of different. This one also has printing on its face to represent its eyes, and a very bushy tail. This one's actually quite a bit shorter than the German Shepherd. Still has the singular stud on the back though, and its head is also quite a bit wider than the German Shepherd. Next up is the Chihuahua. Introduced once again around 2013 or 2014, and is still used today. And I forgot to mention the Husky is also still used today. And this Chihuahua, pretty accurately, is very small. You can see here, compared to the other dogs, it's pretty tiny. And it also only comes in the sitting position. There are very small prints on the front for the eyes and the nose, and there's actually no separation between the legs there, it's just kind of all one piece, and that's what it looks like from the back. Next up is the Terrier, which has actually been three kind of different versions of. This black one in white, and then one in gray that actually has printing on the side to represent more fur. But this one does have the fur really nicely molded into it, as you can see on the belly there, and also on the face. It looks pretty nice. There's also printing on the face to represent the eyes and the nose. This one, while being larger than the Chihuahua, does not have a stud on its back like the originals. So next up is another small one, which is the French Bulldog. It was introduced in 2017 and was last used in 2019. There's two different variants of it, both appeared in a CMF series. This one does have a lot of nice face printing with a little spot around one of the eyes, no stud on the back of this one, and it also has a very short molded tail on the back there. This one is also more similar to the size of the Terrier, unlike this next one, which is very short, and that is the Dachshund. I probably messed up the pronunciation, so bear with me when I say it. But yeah, this dog is very low to the ground, and also quite long, with a short, droopy tail at this end. There's been two versions of this one, and they've both had printing on the face there. But yeah, like I said, this one is very short compared to the German Shepherd dog, or even to the Terrier. It's actually just about the same height as the Chihuahua. And last is the Bulldog. There's been two versions of this one so far, and it was introduced in 2020. This is once again another short and small dog, with barely even any tail molded on the back. However, something very different from all the others that this one does have is a collar. A very nice molded collar that just goes around the neck there. This one also has a very nice print on the front representing the large jaw of the Bulldog. And here are all the dog molds together, lined up from shortest to tallest. This also gives you a good look at all their cute little faces. And then here are all the dogs that have studs on their backs. So once again, here are the dogs all together. Really, the variety in molds of these dogs have come a long way since the original one. And it's always nice to see LEGO expanding upon the animal range. Now I do just want to say, these aren't the only versions of some of these molds. A lot of these are actually recolored in different sets. But the molds are all the same, and these are all the dog molds that LEGO has ever made. So yeah, that's it. I haven't really made a video like this for my channel before, so if you liked it, let me know. I already have a few more planned that I think I might do. But anyways, what are your thoughts on all the Lego dog molds? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing to my channel. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you next time.